Today is my husband Jesse's birthday, and it is his second year with a birthday during the pandemic, so I wanted to make him something extra special today. He had a favorite cake growing up that a family friend always made for him when he was little, and it was a strawberry cake with a pineapple icing frosting. And I've never tried to make it for him, but I feel like I want to do something a little special for him today, so I'm going to attempt to make it for the first time. The only problem is I am a very good cook, but I'm not a great baker, and I've never made a bundt cake. In fact, I don't even have a bundt cake pan. Today's my Goodwill shopping day, so I'm gonna cross my fingers and hope that we can find a bundt cake pan and I can get home and make him a special birthday cake. And of course, we're gonna be looking for some other awesome treasures too. So let's get thrifting. I can already tell today is going to be a good day thrifting. I got quite a haul for the first Goodwill. No bundt cake pan, but I am not losing hope that it's just the first of many stops we're going to do today. I was really excited about this set. Look at the color on this. They are that beautiful frosted glass. And I really love when people do an entire rainbow of glassware. Do any of you guys follow A Beautiful Mess? They are two sisters and they're one of my favorite blogger duos ever. And now they even do a podcast, which is really wonderful if you are a business owner or you're just wanting to learn more about being an entrepreneur. They have tons of great podcasts out. These reminded me so much of the glasses that Elsie used to create an entire rainbow full of glassware. It was so beautiful. She had it in like her dining room nook and it turned out amazing. I feel like it's probably one of the most Instagrammed photos I've ever seen. I've seen so many people share it over the years. I know a lot of people are collecting glassware to do the rainbow colored look just like her, so now I have a set of 4 coming to my shop. This was just an adorable little Japanese stoneware vase. It was $1.99. Sometimes you'll see this sticker right here and it's worn off, maybe because it's had another sticker on it, but this is typically the shape that you see on a lot of Japanese stoneware. And these just look so beautiful with a little tiny flower in them. Last week, I was talking about buying bases to raise up your planters, and I decided to go ahead and grab this one, and I'm gonna show you guys how I do that. I really think it's important when you have a cluster of plants, whether it's on a bookshelf or on the floor or on a credenza, I feel like you need to stagger the heights and have different shapes and sizes. So I'm gonna do a couple little setups at home, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. It looks like today is going to be the day of birds. These vintage Sirocco peacocks are so pretty. They're that very Hollywood Regency glam. I've seen a lot of people paint these different colors, so it's kind of nice when you find it in this original shiny gold finish. Unfortunately, there wasn't a second one. I know this comes in a pair with a second peacock that has a longer, lower profile. I actually just saw a pair of these together at an antique store last week. Unfortunately, I only got the one, but if you ever find a single one, don't forget to look throughout that entire store, because a lot of times they get separated. And another tip is to come back the next day or two afterwards and see if it just didn't make it out on the floor yet. Told you it's going to be the day of birds. I am so obsessed with cranes right now. I feel like everybody is. It's been all the magazines and you see them all over Instagram. They're definitely on trend right now. And I thought that this one was really beautiful because the way that this metallic glaze is, it looks like it is a crane flying over water. I thought this would be really pretty hanging on a wall, but it also has these little feet here so you can set it down and use it as a trinket dish. I probably wouldn't toss keys in here. I feel like it's a little too fragile for that, but it's got these beautiful scalloped edges, and I love anything that's going to have birds and a scene on it, and it's artist sign there on the back. It's a little Danish donkey. Isn't this adorable? So when I spotted this, it automatically reminded me of the Swedish horses that you see a lot of times. I believe they're called the Dala horses. And there's also some Russian ones that are really similar in style. So it was really cool that this one actually still had the sticker right there on the bottom. These add an instant pop of color and pattern to any space. Now this is a napkin holder, but I'm sure there is a million other things that you could use this for, including putting a little vase here in the center. If you had a little metal vase or maybe a little glass vase, then you can actually have plants coming out of the top of it. Next stop is going to be Retail's thrift store. I am crossing my fingers we're going to find that BUNDT cake pan. I think it's going to be really ironic if I see them all the time when I'm not looking for them, and the one day that I go out trying to find it, I can't. But I'm going to use my positive attitude and we're going to find it. We found the cake pan. I'm gonna attempt to make my very first bundt cake. I feel like because it's going to be a Betty Crocker recipe, you really can't go wrong. I don't think I can screw it up. I'm definitely going to show you guys how it turns out. And I also found a few other goodies in there. This is a new piece of pottery, but I loved the design and the colors on it. You can see there it has the Marshall's tag on there, and it was hand painted in Portugal. It's a terracotta pot. It has that very minimal modern cylinder kind of look, so I feel like it's gonna look great next to my black and white ones. And it was only $3.99. Let's see how much it was at Marshall's. I'm always curious. I don't know about you guys, but I always want to know. How much was it? I don't shop at Marshall's, so I don't even know. It was only $9.99, said compare to $18. So I guess the original price was only $18. I just got it at Retail's for $3.99. Still a good deal. super, especially when it has brass handles. This one is so shiny. I think it could be a newer piece. I really love the detail right here. And what's great about these ones that have these little handles is that you can hang them from the wall. So you just put a little hook on there and you can have all your cute little copper pieces hanging. This one was $2.99. The cake pan was obviously the exciting find of the day because that's what I was on the hunt for, but I am also always on the hunt for awesome 1970s boots. Now these ones are too small for me, but that's okay because I have quite the collection going myself, and I've had a lot of you guys reach out to me asking me to find you lace-up boots. Unfortunately, these aren't lace-up, but these look like that kind of classic style that Fry calls the compass boot. These boots will literally last a lifetime. They're probably around 45, 50 years old right now. Put a little bit of leather polish on them and you are set for another 40, 50 years. And if you're hesitant to buy boots secondhand, don't be, because the truth is when you get these high quality, thick leather boots, you want someone else to have already broken them in for you so your feet don't have to hurt. The tag says Bort Charlton since 1964, made in the USA. My guesses are going to be around size 7, so I'll pop in some information right here for you so you know if you should be excited about these coming to my next shop sale. For those of you who are new, I list all my vintage items the first Friday of each month. The sales launch at 3 p.m. Pacific time because that's where I live, and things go really, really fast, so you're going to want to make sure to pop on right when the sale launches, and these babies will definitely be coming to the shop. Even though we got the cake pan so early in the day, I've still got the rest of the day to do some thrifting, so let's go to a few more Goodwills. I hadn't been to that Goodwill in such a long time, and it was actually last on my list today of Goodwills to go to, and I am so glad that I did go. Look at how beautiful this picture is, and these little tumblers. I love that they are these short tumbler style instead of the goblets that I see quite often. These are a little bit more practical for everyday use. Aren't they beautiful? They're artist signed, and there were 4 of them. I think the neutral color palette on this is just so beautiful, and it's the perfect season to find these pieces because everyone is going to be entertaining like all get out this summer. Last month I found an identical pair in blue to these glass Mikasa pieces, and I love these because they are so simple and elegant, and look at the way the light hits it when it turns. These are something that photograph beautifully. If you are thrift shopping for resale, always think about how something photographs. I mean, look at that, it's so pretty. When I get home, after I bake my husband's birthday cake, I'm gonna see how the blue candles look in these. This is gonna look so good, you guys. These would have looked pretty in the blue ones too. I found a trio of these little lidded jars, and they are hand turned, made in Africa, and they have the most beautiful dark wood coloring on them. They almost look like the ironwood that you see a lot of the critters carved out of. I'm not sure if they are, but they are just stunning. And I love that it comes with a set of 3 mix match shapes and sizes. I always talk about the shape of things, but I really think that that's what makes the difference between something that is basic and boring and something that is interesting. These would be great in a bathroom because you can hide all of the things that you want to have out on the counter and have really accessible, but maybe they're not the prettiest things to look at. So you can easily just pop your Q-tips in there, put on the lid. Beautiful, magic. I like to pick up all the single lonely goblets. These were just so pretty. I didn't want to pass them up. This one was only $2. This one was $3. They're so pretty, and there's always someone out there that's missing a single one that needs to add it to their collection. So don't be scared of picking up single lonely pieces if you are a reseller. And if you are being patient, you can collect a mix and match set for yourself. I tend to think that looks more beautiful on a shelf than having everything match. It just makes it so much more interesting. This one had a cool little ropey twisty design on it. I think I might have to celebrate tonight with my husband for his birthday with this. This location had a lot of silver plated things, and I picked up this salt and pepper pair. These ones are really heavy and really good quality, you can tell. They didn't have a price tag on them, but I think she only charged me $1.99 for the pair. Salt and pepper shakers are one of those things that everybody has in their home, and I like to have a couple different options to switch out when I'm entertaining, just depending on what I'm serving. I think my favorite pair that I own are a very minimalist brass pair that are from the Middle East, and they are so cute. Fruit baskets always sell really well, and I have had probably 10 of these in my lifetime as a vintage reseller, and they're still one of my very favorite baskets. And I think it's because they're so simple and clean, and I feel like this kind of design can translate really well with any kind of style. I think it can work with a mid-century modern home, but I think it also works with a French country. You can have this in a bohemian setting. So many different options. It's just timeless and classic, and I found 2 of them today. And then I picked up this little adorable one. It has this roping around the edges, and I love that little woven mesh at the bottom. Another thing I love to do with baskets is to use them to give gifts in. I think it looks so much cooler to have all of your gifts put into a beautiful little basket instead of just a paper bag. So I always tell you guys that you have to look on the end caps, and that one had so many goodies on there for me. These are teak bowls made in Thailand, and I got 5 of them in perfect condition. The last 10 years, it has been very trendy to paint with cool tones, to have gray quartz countertops like I myself have, to have gray walls, and some people are even painting their kitchen cabinets a gray color. And I think adding in wood pieces is the easiest way to add some warmth back into your space. I can't believe that I just found a Blanco piece of glass for only $3.99, you guys. I've never found the green one. I think I found the purple one 3 or 4 times. I've had a blue one and a red one, but I've never had the green one. These are very collectible, and they're one of those things that people try to collect the rainbow of them. So I always pick these up. I've never had a problem selling them. Typically, I've sold them for around $40 to $60 in the past, and they're super functional because you can use these as a pitcher, and you can also use them as a beautiful vase. And I know a lot of people love to display their mid-century glassware in large collections and just let the glass speak for itself. I thought this was a really unique lithograph, and it is signed by the artist here. It says Emily Riley. I Googled this one while I was in the store, and she is a local Portland artist. She went to Reed College, and she has some exhibits in quite a few different places. So I thought this was a really good thing to purchase. It is number 6 of 185 of this design. So the lower the number, typically the more valuable the piece is. Lots of brass at this location. This one's got great shape on it, and it was only $2.99. And I have a video that's coming out very, very soon, and I'm going to show you a couple different ways to polish your brass. Now, a lot of the time I do not polish brass because I love patina, but when it has a little bit more of a modernist, minimalist type of look to it, I do like to polish it. So go and subscribe, because I have a ton of great videos that are coming out over the next few weeks that I'm really excited to share, and I don't want you to miss one. These ones are like multi-purpose candle holders for every shape and size. I thought that was really unique. You can put your candle right here, pop that baby off. Now you have kind of a standard pillar size, but you also have this larger ring right here. These are really heavy brass. I thought these were really cool. As you know, I love to turn any kind of a base into a plant stand. I think this would be so cute to put a little terracotta pot right there. Even though I ended up with a couple single goblets today, I did get this beautiful pair. I love when they have the mixed metal like this. These ones have that very Art Deco look, but I think that these were probably from the 70s or 80s. I think that these are just so elegant, and they look beautiful displayed on your open shelving or your bar area. And I got myself a pair of beautiful marble bowls, and I'm gonna use these for salt. Okay, the camera's gone wonky, the sun is out, and it is time to call it a day thrifting. I'm gonna head home and I'm gonna make the best cake that my husband's ever had. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. If you want to shop my vintage finds, I list my brand new vintage the first Friday of every single month on my website, leftcoastrevivals.com. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's @leftcoastrevivals. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up and subscribe. I know it's cheesy, but it helps my channel a lot, and I am super grateful for all the support. I will see you guys in a brand new adventure next week.